My first college roommate was a really nice guy, but I never understood if he was gay or not. I mean, he would always hit on my girl, but slap my ass when she was gone.
Hey, yo, what the?
It was a beautiful day at my local college, and I was about to meet my new roommates. On my first day moving in, I met the three boys, Andrew, Bob, and Luffy, the guy I shared a bedroom with. So I moved in, and everything was really chill. Until I started noticing like really weird behaviors, especially from Luffy. See, this guy was never home. I would see him literally twice a month because 99% of the time he would be at his girlfriend's house. So I'll admit, my side of the room started getting a little messy. But whenever he popped in to grab something, he would see the mess and send me an angry text afterwards. Bro, I'm not your f***ing mom. Clean your shit, dude. Now, at first I felt really bad, but then he would also never be home after sending those messages. Like, why do you get so mad if you don't even live here? So I decided, no, I'm not gonna constantly clean my side of the room for you. And I guess he didn't like that, because he started going behind my back. Because one night, I come home and my laundry, my clean laundry, is on the floor. The floor, when the couch is literally 2 inches away. So whoever did that, did it deliberately. So I asked Andrew and Bob, yo, did you guys put my laundry on the floor? And they were like, nope. So there's only one person who could have done it on purpose. And I couldn't even confront him about it because he was never home after that. But just when I thought he went low, he went lower. Because I started noticing that our toilet would suddenly get clogged more often. And I know it wasn't me because whenever I would clog the toilet, I'd fix it before I left the bathroom. So there's only one person who could have done it. But you know what? I just kept unclogging the toilet, and for now, everything was fine. Until one unlucky night, I had some enchiladas, and I mean like really, really bad enchiladas. I barely made it to the restroom. I didn't have time to check if the toilet was clogged. I unleashed the rapture into that bowl, and when I went to go flush, instead of hearing the water go down, I felt cold water brush the bottom of my thighs. Luffy had gotten me. I don't know what he stuffed the toilet with, but I had to wait for 2 hours for the water to go down. I would actually start pre-flushing toilets so he couldn't get me again. It was so bad. By the time I left the house, I was a professional plumber. Toilets, tubs, sinks. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, I know how to clean some pipes.
Hey, yo!
But if you think that's the worst thing Luffy did, just wait till I tell you what he did to my girl while I was sleeping next to them. Because we shared a room together, the first rule Luffy told me was,
Yeah, dude, you can have girls over, but if you guys start having sex while I'm in the room, I'm gonna beat your ass.
bro, you don't have to worry about that. You would think he would follow his own rule. Well, I was wrong. A few months in, I plan a Disney trip with my friend Jasmine. So I tell Luffy, hey, I'm gonna have someone over and she's gonna be here sleeping for a couple days.
No, dude, don't worry about it. It's all cool, man.
So Jasmine comes over and everything is normal. I introduce her to Luffy and I say we're gonna be sharing a room with him at night. Luffy was normally never home, but the 1 week Jasmine came over, Luffy was home all the time. So one night, I go to sleep with Jasmine and Luffy's next to us. I knock out. I'm a heavy sleeper. The next morning, I wake up and Jasmine's like, John, I have to talk to you. Last night, I woke up and I felt a tap on my foot. I look up and I see Luffy peeking over the wooden divider. Psst, come here. And then I went back to sleep. Wow. Okay. First of all, you have a girlfriend. Second of all, you're breaking your own rule of messing around while someone's in the room. Third of all, you're taking the girl that I brought over. Explain how that makes sense. And surprise, surprise, after Jasmine left, he was never home again. But wait, it gets worse. I got more evidence on this guy than they got on David right now. Cause that same night Jasmine got touched, I woke up at 5 a.m. to take a piss. I was so sleepy, I almost forgot to do my safety pre-flush. Almost. You almost got me. But I flushed it and boom, clogged. You almost had me, bro. You almost had me. Unfortunately though, the water level had risen even higher than last time, so I was gonna have to wait another 2 hours. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this right now. I'm gonna go back to sleep and I'll do it when I wake up. 30 minutes later, Jasmine wakes me up and she's like, John, I think I broke your toilet. Okay, so apparently after I went back to sleep, Jasmine went to go use the restroom. Yes, girls pee too. I know. I was heartbroken when I found out. And when she flushed it, I can only imagine her face when her piss kept rising and overflowing all over the bathroom floor. It was so bad. It flowed out of the restroom, down the hall, and into the kitchen. So when she woke me up in a panic begging me to come help her, I knew what I had to do. I went back to sleep. Jasmine literally begged me to come help her clean her piss, but guys, in that moment, I decided Luffy had won the toilet games and I didn't care anymore. It was the wrong thing to do and she totally hated me for it. But when I woke up again, can you guess what I saw? This absolute Giga Chad Bob was on his hands and knees cleaning my girl's piss. Apparently, because I refused to help Jasmine, Bob saw the mess, saw Jasmine crying, so he drove to Target at 6 a.m. to grab a bucket and a mop to clean the mess so Jasmine didn't have to. Bro, at that point, just take my girl. She's yours now. I felt so bad, but when I went to apologize, he just told me,
Don't worry about it. I got you, and I got your girl.
wow, I'm pretty sure that's the definition of a hero. While Luffy got away with it that time, what he did next finally gave me a valid reason to beat his ass. One night, we were all having dinner in the living room. Andrew and Bob are sitting by the counter and I'm cooking on the stove when Luffy suddenly walks in. Without warning, he goes behind me, slaps my ass, and says, "What's cooking?" I immediately freeze and say, "Don't you ever touch me like that again." As soon as I said that, everyone in the room froze. And all he said was, "Alright, my bad, bro." We were not cool like that. He was just doing this to see how far he could get away with disrespecting me. It just pissed me off, specifically because I know he would not dare try this with any of the other guys. I don't know what gave him the idea that I was an easy target, but I was so tired of him by this point. Even Andrew and Bob looked at each other like a fight was about to break out. But luckily, nothing happened that night. But I'm pretty sure Luffy got the message, because a couple weeks later, he finally moved out. And can you guess what? We never had another problem with the toilet after that. But you know who I did have a problem with? The people calling my stories fake. Like, if I wanted to write fake stories, I'd work for Alex Clark. So if you don't believe me, I'll have Bob tell you what happened that night.
In regard to the piss incident, I remember it was during Jasmine's second day staying over in our dorm, and I woke up, and when I went to the kitchen, I noticed that there was a large body of water, and it was starting to lead up underneath to your room. And when I was getting curious as to what was happening, Jasmine walks out, and she tells me that the toilet flooded, and that's now starting to, it was starting to leak into your room, and she knows that started leaking to the kitchen. And so, being the person that's usually the one like cleans around in the house, I figured, okay, let me see if I can clean this up. And so I totally forgot we could rent mops in the from our community center, but I just heard, I'll just go to Target. I'll get a mop, I'll get a bucket, I'll get some cleaning solution. For now, let's just use the paper towels we have to absorb all the water that's already on the floor and just stop it from spreading out. So then 20 minutes go by, I come back, I clean everything, and then that's when you come out and ask like what happened. And then let me just explain everything. And that's really all I remember, like what happened.
The rest of the year, I had a whole room to myself, but I never forgot what it felt like to live with the worst roommate ever. Oh my god, check out this cool fan art. Like, you guys went crazy during the stream, and shout out to Luminous for drawing this. Oh my god, like, I literally, like, cracked up when I saw this. You guys are amazing. If you guys want to be in the next video, join the Discord and do some drawings. Okay, bye-bye.
Mamá huevo. Digo,